Hello everybody and welcome to another Byte-Sized Tech Tour. I'm Johnny Grant, Director of Technical Sales at Zonal, and today I'm joined by Natalie.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm Head of Customer Success at Zonal.
Hi Natalie, and today we're here to talk about bookings. So I guess bookings is it's been a part of the industry for a long time, but really interesting times. People are looking to really make the most out of the time they spend in the industry, and being able to book in advance is obviously a key part of that. We know there's been wider adoption across many different parts of the industry, different channels, not just restaurants. We know also no-shows still a big burden on the industry. Added to that, increases complexity in terms of what people offer in the industry, and also the demand for personalization means we've got, a very interesting time for the bookings landscape. So hopefully today we'll be able to delve into a bit more detail there with the usual 3 questions we've got, and Natalie will, I'm sure, give us some amazing insights. So Natalie, question 1, we have, what are the current trends you find in bookings and booking management?
I'd say at the moment, bookings is everywhere. So it seems that every business, no matter what size you are, it's all there. But what we're seeing a lot more of at the moment is people wanting not just the online presence, but also the automation that comes with all of that. And there's so many systems now that can automate it so that a guest goes online, they can make their booking, it's all real time. It then goes down into site, but then, some of the further automation around, where that can then link into, because I think a lot with what bookings delivers for any business is it can reduce down on those overheads. I remember back when I first started to introduce it, or it was there to reduce down on the phone ringing all of the time and trying to kind of go send the guest onto the website instead, incentivize them down that route so that you can capture all of that data. Capturing that guest data allows businesses to be able to market towards their customers as well, trying to bring that guest retention, ensuring that they keep coming back, because I think that is one of the key aspects. You make it simple, you make it easy for a guest to be able to book, then you take on the role of the operation side of things, and they want to keep coming back then. So.
Yeah, for sure. I think those 2 things really do go hand in hand, don't they? So actually in automating these journeys and making, taking as little human interaction away from the situation as possible means that you are more able to collect that data, in my experience. Because you're the system, you're not reliant on humans intervening to make sure certain things are there to begin with. So automation makes it easier, obviously, and reduces overhead, but also makes sure the data that you capture at the end is much more is richer and more accessible. Good stuff. Okay, so how does Zonal Bookings then help deliver this?
Okay, well, on the back of the automation and the importance of that, I'd say that what we offer is that full end-to-end solution. So from the start of a guest going on and making their booking, to the reminders, that their booking is there, to then coming into site, being able to seat them on a table management solution, to be able to maximise the yield at site. So when it becomes, whether it's pre-service or looking at future dates, they can maximize the number of covers and how much they're going to get out of particular tables, or even a bum on a seat kind of piece. So you can start to maximize that costing there. Going all the way through to, they could pre-order their items, it can go through to the POS. Once the food orders are then there, it then comes all the way back up to the booking system, which then releases any further availability to new guests then wanting to book, whether it's still in the same service. So I think it's a massive piece, and I think that's what brings people over to Zonal, is that full back and forth end-to-end journey. Also, when it comes to things like, when you mentioned before about the no-shows, that is a huge piece within hospitality of, no-show levels. It hugely impacts any particular business, in the fact that, every person that no-shows is money literally thrown in the bin, because they will have prepared for all of that. They would have, staffing levels would have been made in readiness for those guests to be coming in, and I think ways to mitigate that historically would have been just put a deposit on it, which of course we can do, but also you've then got the flexibility now of being able to do things like card guarantee. So instead of actually taking money at the point of them making the booking, you can say, let's just secure it. if you don't turn up, then you could be penalised. But if you do turn up, then you just pay when you get to venue. So I think we've definitely seen an uptake in card guarantee over deposit, but it just depends on what time of year you're looking to do it for and what your terms and conditions are, I suppose.
Good. Yeah, and I think that's really interesting, particularly the no-show piece. And I remember reading recently about the sentiment, some research we did, the sentiment towards deposits and you know, post-pandemic era, I think guests were particularly accepting of the need for a deposit, but since then the sentiment seems to have changed and people are kind of a bit resilient to deposits now. So yeah, I can't guarantee is certainly a great way of kind of mitigating that, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. It's a good middle ground. It kind of gives you that secondary confidence that we're booking with meaning here and purpose. We're definitely going to be coming. But yeah, we understand that you want a bit of reassurance as well.
Excellent. So so how thinking about the guests then, so how does Zonal Bookings benefit guests?
So the guests themselves, I think, you know, if you're looking to make a booking, I think at the beginning when we were talking about, you know, less and less people wanting to go out maybe as frequently, when they do want to go out, if they're going out to, you know, a destination location or, you know, somewhere they wouldn't, you know, takes a bit of effort for them to get there maybe, then, you know, the likelihood is they want to be able to book, they want the reassurance that they're going to have that, you know, secured availability for them, so that when they turn up they can sit down and not have to maybe wait 45 minutes, wait an hour, go somewhere else and have another drink. You know, that option is obviously still available, but what I see nowadays is, you know, a lot more places that you go to, especially on peak days, peak times, there is either a wait time or majority of people are booked for you know, for that reassurance. I think also, you know, that personalization part, even though that's more, you know, the operator's role to implement that, but that's again what the guest likes, that's what they prefer. You know, it's engaging, it's something that's there for them, and it's also something that they subconsciously are not, you know, seeing, but there's marketing material in there that may be relevant to them. You know, there may be links, you know, quickly to be able to make their next booking, or there may be an incentive there for them to make a next booking, you know, and that can all be implemented through any sort of loyalty scheme or CRM platform to influence that.
Yeah, great stuff. And I think that's really, really important, isn't it? It's that whole, you know, the more you know about your guests, the more you can do, and, you know, driving the messages from your business in terms of, you know, when would be best for me, Johnny Grant, to go and visit. You know, I normally visit every Sunday, so, you know, why don't we try and entice you with this special offer on a Tuesday, for example, to see if we can get you in. You know, thank you, Natalie. Thank you for your time. That's all we've got time for.
Okay.
And thank you, everyone.
Right, thank you.